Hello, boys and girls. It's your old pal Sam.
And DJ.
And we've got a very special review straight from Fantastic Fest. It's for Overlord. We got some thoughts. All right, let's talk about a movie we actually got to see at Fantastic Fest. This is a quickie spoiler-free movie review for Overlord. It's a new robot, was it?
Chicken.
Bad Robot.
Yeah, Bad Robot Chicken.
Bad Robot film that a lot of people thought was going to be connected with the Cloverfield verse.
And
Cloverfield
thankfully
movie.
it is not.
It is not. Don't worry, that's the most spoilery you're going to get. You can just go into this movie without any baggage. Just go watch it. It's a very fun movie, but here's your quickie info before we get into our overall thoughts, which, by the way, this was a really cool screen just to go to.
Yeah, man, this is one of those experiences that you have at Fantastic Fest or any film festival you can go to where the audience is just great. It's a great vibe. The cast was there because it was the premiere. It was so much fun.
Yeah, the whole cast, even the director, Julius Avery. And he's also, we also have the writers, Billy Ray and Mark L. Smith. But the cast, like the people we got to meet, we have Jovan Adepo, Wyatt Russell, Iain De Caestecker.
Which you may know from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes,
he also gets my favorite scene in the movie, by the way.
And Pilou
Asbæk.
Thank you. I did look it up.
You thanked me, but I don't.
We tried our best.
Yeah.
Pilou, it seems the most correct. He's a Danish actor, and he's very good in this movie. But here's your quickie synopsis. On the eve of D-Day, American paratroopers are dropped behind enemy lines to carry out a mission crucial to the invasion's success. But as they approach their target, they begin to realize there is more going on in this Nazi-occupied village than a simple military operation. They find themselves fighting against supernatural forces, part of a Nazi experiment. Currently at Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at a 93% all, but there's no consensus yet. So that it's still very few reviews. But let's hop into it. Overall, DJ Woolridge, Overlord, what did you think?
What did you think? I enjoyed it. I thought it's like a fun, it's a throwback to like fun B movies from yesteryear, but like with a real budget behind it.
Yeah, and I think a B movie, and for me, if anyone feels the same way, you kind of think that sometimes it's a little wonky, or at least they try to play it back to be a little wonkier. I think it's a little bit better than a B movie, but it does. The movie is.
Yeah, see, I mean that as a compliment.
Oh, okay.
When I say like just fun, over the top. Also, like, yeah, it's just a fun experience. It's a fun movie going experience.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I didn't know anything going into this movie. There were ads for it all over them, like on like those bikes that like you could ride that like had images of it, and they started putting up posters at Fantastic Fest, and I was like, it looked good, like the posters looked cool, but everyone was talking about it. I'm like, I have no idea what this is, and as soon as someone said it, I was like, oh, like with Cloverfield Paradox, it's one of those synopsis you heard about like years ago that you're like, I don't know if this movie's already being made, but this is one of those movies that after they announced Cloverfield Paradox, they're like, oh, the fourth Cloverfield movie's already made, and it's a D-Day movie about Nazi zombies, and you're like, oh, wow, they're really cranking these out. And I'm glad it's not a Cloverfield movie, like we said before. I really enjoyed the movie. It is a video game movie. It is. And
here's the way I would phrase it. And again, I mean this as a compliment. I felt similar leaving this movie that I did with District 9, in that like, oh, this is the best video game movie that's not based on a video game. And like in that, I mean that in the best way possible.
Well, this one definitely is. This is definitely based on a video game. Like it's not called Call of Duty Nazi Zombies the movie, but it is Nazi Zombies. It's the same thing where like
if you were sitting on the Wolfenstein, I think I said this before, if you were sitting on the Wolfenstein property waiting to make that movie, and you see this movie, you're like, damn it.
Yeah, like I know you're gonna be hurt that you might not get that for a while, but this movie should hold you over for a little bit. I very much enjoyed it. The cast is really good, and the way that I'll get into my positives really quick. The lead Jovan, he's great, as well as the main the main bad guy, that's Pilou. I looked online, and a lot of people kept introducing him as Pilou, and I don't know. You can correct me in the comments because you do that anyways. But he was very great, and they don't have too many scenes where they are together speaking with one another, but whenever you get a chance to be with, mainly you're experiencing this movie through Jovan's eyes, and then whenever Pilou shows up, you're like, oh, you fills in the blanks of everything else that's happening in the movie. So I was a big fan of him, but also I love the way they introduce supernatural elements, because at first you're like, you know what's happening as you go into this movie, but as a character that would have no gauge of what a zombie would be in any way, it's fun the way that they are trying to understand what's happening.
And saying zombies a little bit of a misnomer. They're not more like mutant They're more like mutants.
Yeah. But there's elements of like dead coming back and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it definitely has that like midnight movie vibe. They could definitely drop a trailer for this where like these soldiers have no idea. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Ride motorcycles.
Yeah,
it's great.
You'd be right into it. I gotta say, I really liked Wyatt Russell. He did a good job as kind of like the team captain. And for me, the standout had to be. He's always the standout. Iain De Caestecker from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He gets my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, no, that comes back to the supernatural elements of his deal in the movie. Nice and vague for you, spoiler free. His deal, he gets one scene to really shine, and it's probably the best acting in the entire movie. He actually should get some praise from me as well. He's one of my favorite actors in the film. But when he gets to really like unleash what's going on, it's for him. It's the time in the movie where I was like 100% captivated. There wasn't even a chance of me thinking like, oh, CGI, blah, blah, blah. But like, it was like, oh, I really want to see what they do with him in this scene. Like, it's amazing. And I'd say the action in this film, while you can easily get distracted because it is pretty CGI heavy for the most part. They do a good job. It does look good.
They do the CG blood or whatever.
Yeah.
But God bless this movie. It is an R and embraces the R. Like guns are tearing walls apart and they
cool.
decimate people.
Oh, when it goes hand to hand, it's full. Like that's as practical as you can get.
Yeah.
There's some since D-Day, you see some World War II grand like huge shots of like a war zone. And you're like, well, that's CGI, but I'm okay with it because of how clever they get with the cinematography.
Yeah.
And there's this whole setting within a plane that's just like, this is a nightmare. This is actually absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And especially when they're going through the woods. We have an image up for that too. And that's pretty frightening. Yeah. Also, there's a side character that like you're like, oh man, this probably is going to be my favorite character, and he gets a great moment in the woods too, which I'm staying spoiler free, but he's got some great lines
overall,
in there.
If you're looking for like a fun action horror gore fest type movie, this is for you.
It's unplugging.
Be excited about
you
it.
Unplug when you go see this movie. You just want to have something it's a fun setting. It's a fun idea that you've probably seen a version of before, but the way that this director and these writers and this cast brings to life, it is original, and it's a fun like all guys against like the impossible or the supernatural. It's really cool. I will say, just reiterating, one negative is it does feel like a video game, but for me, that didn't really.
Or if you're into that, that's a positive.
Yeah, but it didn't pull me out of the movie in any way. It was just at some points I was like, I hope we get back to the characters soon because I want to know more about them.
For me, you know exactly what this movie is going into it. Like if you've seen any trailer, you know what this movie is. There's not like it doesn't escalate beyond what you think it is. There's no like, oh snap, like it is what it is, and it commits to that. And it'd be cool to see more. I'd like to see more movies like this that really commit to these type of wild premises and have more fun. It's refreshing to see a genre movie like this that's not tied to some other pre-existing property.
Yeah, no, you literally don't. There doesn't need to be a sequel to this. Doesn't need to be anything. It could just be a standalone little project.
Yeah,
you can just have. I'd own the Blu-ray of this. I'd be like, you know what, this is a fun movie night movie that you would watch. It's like, hey, you're gonna have some buddies over during like Halloween time. Get a little, have a little wine with the boys, and you put little peanut butter M&Ms in with the popcorn, getting a little crazy.
Oh snap!
And you pop in Overlord.
Sam's movie nights are crazy.
Austin, you're invited. Roxy, you're invited. It's going to be a blast.
You notice he didn't.
And no, DJ, I thought we were planning this together.
All right.
You threw out the idea. Yeah. But I was trying to find a good score, but I couldn't find anything.
What was D-Day? 1944.
It is good memory. I did look it up because I was trying to find a date in there, but I was like, if you want to do 1944,
out of 1944, 1944. What would you give
an easy one. I'd give it. Here's the letter grade, and then you know what? You're gonna correct me anyways.
I love it. We want you to correct us.
I'd give it a B+, just for an entertainment value.
Yeah.
It does exactly what I want most movies to do, is entertain me, and it does that consistently through the whole thing. So I give it a B+. That's easy.
1944.
That's like a 1589. That sounds like an even 1589 if I've ever heard of one.
Okay.
Out of 1944.
So wait, hold on, because I feel like I'm a B+ too. I feel like it's a solid grade, but I don't feel like 1598 is the right number for it.
Is it too low?
I feel like it might be. we're getting no help.
No,
from the audience.
someone's texting and he's switching.
He's working hard.
Yeah, no one.
So I'm gonna guess it's a higher number. So like 1655.
Wow.
What a year. Is also B plus.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We're both B plus. We're both B plus.
But if you guys see this movie and you guys have your thoughts, let us know in the comments down below.
And let us know if you were planning on seeing the movie, if you're excited about it.
I think hopefully this got you excited because if you enjoy war movies, or actually let's just categorize it, it's an action movie. If you want a fun action movie that has solid action and big set pieces and good acting, there's again one scene with Iain De Caestecker, which is. It's worth the whole movie, honestly. 100%. It's so good. And so let us know what you think in the comments down below.
Let us know what you think and whether you're excited about it down in the comments down below.
Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification.
And don't
That's
forget,
the best Australian accent I've ever done. Actually, if you click right here, there's another video. If you click right here, that's how you get to the Patreon. Just saying, right here, not there. Video, Patreon.
OnlyStupidAnswers.com.
Boom. All right. Sounds like you're vomiting.
It is the best one you have ever done.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's all that matters. It doesn't have to be good. That's all I got.
Yeah.